Welcome to the diverse city of Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, home of Howard University, one of America's leading black colleges. We are gathered today at the Crampton Auditorium for the 2008 African Dance Explosion.
Super Eagles go! Go! Super Eagles go! Go! Super Eagles go! Go! Super Eagles go!
Culture, 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 culture TV. Culture, 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 culture TV. The African connection. The African connection.
We are here at the Howard University covering the African Dance Explosion 2008, and we're privileged to have Kingsa, and I would like Kingsa to tell us what's the Dance Explosion all about.
The Dance Explosion is actually a cultural event. What we're trying to do over here is just showcase the African talent. So what we did is we brought in a bunch of groups across the U.S., and what we're going to be doing today is just showcasing, different dances in the African continent.
All right. And how many groups do you have?
We have 5 groups, and the groups are actually nationwide. So we have groups from Atlanta, North Carolina, Washington, D.C., so it's a very good, dynamic, and diverse group.
Okay, and if I may ask you, what's the Dance Explosion all about?
The Dance Explosion is all about bringing young African professionals together, and it's all about, showing that we can multitask. Most of these individuals are very talented. They're doing a lot of great things in their normal and daily routine, and they also have a passionate for dancing.
All right. And for how long has the Dance Explosion been in existence? Because I think I came to one event, I don't know, is it 2005? And I was very much impressed with the way you guys are in touch with Africa.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I felt it was a positive thing, especially being in America.
Exactly.
And showcasing something that is African. Not only do you guys actually concentrate with one type of one region, but you guys do different regions. So can you tell us how long have you guys been in existence?
We have been in existence since 2007.
Okay.
And I'm actually representing Force Afrique, but you're correct. The first Dance Explosion occurred in 2005, and it was a great event. We had a lot of positive feedback, and that's the reason why we decided to launch it a second time. And we're hoping that from this year going onwards, it will be actually a cultural annual event.
Okay. And what would you like our listeners, especially from Africa, because Culture TV is a TV in East Africa and the diaspora. So what do you what would you tell the people down there, of what's going on here in America? Because right now, if you look at the way Africa is going, we're going towards a lot of people are going into a lot of the Western things, thinking that when you are in the West, anything that is African is not cool. Can you explain to them why you guys are doing this?
We're doing this to show that, this is the next generation. They're doing great things, and we are still sticking to our roots. So you can see that if you look at the age group, these are very, young people. And, the fact that they're able to actually come out here and do traditional dances, contemporary dances, still shows that, they're strongly attached to their origins.
Okay.
So what I would like the people back home to do is to show their support. They can do that by either, sponsoring, sending emails. There are different kinds of support, actually coming out and suggesting that they'll be willing to, promote the event next year on their different websites.
Okay.
Because I think all those different dynamics are encouraging. So I think that's what they can do. These guys are really, great, and they're doing all of this pro bono. So, the more support they have out there, the more they're willing to take it out each year. And I'm hoping that we'll actually be able to pass down to, the future generations. So, the message out there is, it's not because we come out, to the U.S. and to other countries that we forget about Africa.
True.
This is the young generation. They're doing great things, and we want to, encourage them to, come back home. And in order for that to happen, we need to see the support of our parents, grandparents. So they can do that in many forms. Again, what I said is they can do that by either, spreading the word around there, making this cultural event, more popular than what it is today. And that would encourage more and more Africans to do great things like this.
Okay. And another question. What's the criteria of the championship itself, the dance championship? Have you guys broken it down?
Well, we have actually broken it down into 3 categories. There's the traditional dance, there's a contemporary dance, and then there's a freestyle. And then the criteria to actually join the competition is, we want to see what you're doing, outside of dancing. We want to, make sure that, you're pushing yourself out there. So we're looking for people who are dynamic, that have goals, that are trying to attain goals. So we want to see people that, actually pushing their careers, pushing, their personal life, social life, whichever one it is, to the highest.
All right. Thank you very much for having the interview, and we're
Thank
glad
you.
to be here. And just also to just let people know, is like when you see people in the West, don't think that the Africans forget their culture or they forget where they come from. And the dance explosion is one example of what we're trying to approach, or these guys are trying to approach. So thank you very much for having us.
Well, thank you for having us over
no, actually
here.
not having us. Thank you very much for doing what you're doing. We're really
Thank
proud
you.
of what you guys are doing. And I hope future generations will see things like this and copy from that. So thank you very much, Nkesa.
From Africa to diaspora, the African connection, culture television.